Hello everybody, you wonderful people, how are you? Today I'm talking about these expressions. Wishes are for fishes and hopes are for dopes. And I'm going to dig into this a little bit. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So we live and learn. When I used to teach hypnosis before, not now, but before, I used to say that to people. Hopes are for dopes and wishes are for fishes. Why did I say that? Because when you are working in hypnosis, talking about hoping for something to happen it's not a great affirmation. And wishing for something to happen is not a great affirmation. And that's why I used to say it. What I was talking about was when people wish for something and the wish has no basis in reality, they've done nothing. They've done nothing to make that happen. And they're hoping for something and they've done nothing to make that happen. That's the ones I'm talking about. Right? But I'm going to withdraw those expressions because they are confusing. And because hope is a beautiful thing. And a wish is a beautiful thing. If it's based on some kind of reality and if it's based on action, right? So I want to qualify it. So I'm not going to say that anymore because I was wrong in making people think that they shouldn't wish and they shouldn't hope. Of course. However, let me give you an example of the kind of wishing and hoping that I was referring to. And I'm sure probably maybe the most of you have heard this story about the man who gets on his knees and prays to God and he says, God, please let me win the lottery. Let me win the lottery. I've had a shit life. Just let me win the lottery. And the next day, obviously, he doesn't win the lottery and he gets on his knees again. God, please just let me win the lottery. It doesn't have to be a big win. You know, a few 100,000, that'll sort me out. Please, God, I've been good all of my life. Please, God. And he does this night after night for about 3 months. And he doesn't win the lottery. Anyway, finally, he's really pissed off. And he gets on his knees. He goes, God, you have let me down. You have let me down. I have asked you. I've done everything right in my life. I've never hurt anybody. I've done everything right. And you just won't do this little thing for me to let me win the lottery. And suddenly the sky opened and this big booming voice from God said, do me a favour. Please just buy a bloody lottery ticket. Okay. That is what I was referring to. It's when we want something, but we've done nought to make it happen. Okay? That kind of like, I'd love that to happen. Right. So I want to get into what happens behind that. Right? What the people who are wishing and hoping for something. And really, even as they're saying the words, they know there's no fucking way it's going to happen. Right? We do this a lot. I used to do this a lot. I used to do it when I had a problem with drinking. And I knew that I was drinking and I shouldn't drink. And I would say this. Well, tomorrow I won't drink. Tomorrow I will not have a drink because I'm fed up with this. I'll have this one and then that's it. Yeah. And of course the next day I would have a drink. Right? That was me wishing for something and knowing fine well that it wasn't going to happen. And I see this all of the time. We do it all of the time. Yeah. Make a promise. This is the last time I'm going to have a chocolate bar. Yeah. Next day you're stuffing chocolate like there's no tomorrow. Okay? What's the problem with that? Well, the problem with that is that we are lying to ourselves. In the moment that we're saying it, we know it's a lie. So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that you are damaging your own self-respect in a big, big way. When I was drinking a lot, I had no self-respect. I had very low self-respect about that. And in other areas, I was okay. But in that area, no. It was not going well. I was not happy with myself. And the only time that I sorted it out was when I stopped promising myself to do something, knowing that I wasn't going to do it. Yeah. So how do we stop it? And this is just the front end of something. I'm going to move on to something else in a moment. But I just want to share something with you, a little like life hack. If you lie to yourself, and by the way, promising yourself something that you know you're not going to do, that's lying to yourself. If you lie to yourself, you get punished. Who do you get punished by? You. You punish yourself. Your unconscious mind will punish you, and it will steal your happiness, and it will make you unhappy. Okay? So what's the cure? The cure is simple. I shouldn't say that now, I might get arrested. You're not allowed to talk about cures, are you? All you have to do is, instead of promising yourself something that you know that you're not going to fulfill, all you do is this. As you catch yourself starting to say, well, tomorrow, no, stop. And all you do is you say to yourself, please help me, right? You're talking to the universe here out loud. Please help me to become the person that I want to be. Yeah? Don't make any promises. Ask for help. We need help. And there's tons of help out there. Please help me to be the person that I want to be. Disclaimer. There's an expression. If you don't know where you're going, you will probably never get there. Never ask to be help to be the person that you want to be unless you know who you want to be. So first job, find out who you want to be. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? How do you want to be? Find that out. And that you might need some help. But work on who you are. Which is this person? What's the real you? And then ask for help. If you don't know who you are, ask for help to find out who you really are. Help me to discover the real person, the real me. And then help me to be that. Yeah? So that's how we overcome telling ourselves these lies that we do. Making wishes that are for fishes and making hopes that are for dopes. Yeah? Okay, right. So let me move on to the second thing.